Hello everyone, my name is PPCC and today we will be playing some Cities in Motion, which is a transport tycoon-esque game. It's a simulation. It's kind of a cartoony little city simulator, really. So we're going to be playing a sandbox game because nobody really does the campaign thing, and we're going to be playing on a custom map called Copenhagen. So let's get on started. We have to, we can pick a company logo and we can pick a company name, but in reality it doesn't really matter. So let's go with the bus and we'll just stick with the name, really. The capital of Denmark. So as some of you may know, I've already done a playthrough of this game, but that was actually at the very beginning where when I started out Let's Playing, so it wasn't very good, and I always thought this game had a lot of potential, so that's why I'm going back and essentially redoing a playthrough of that. So first and foremost, this game is all about transporting people. Every single citizen inside this game, every single virtual person has their own life and has their own needs and stuff and such like that, really. So we need to essentially deal with the problems of a real city organizer for the transport, for the public transport, really. So let's get on started. First and foremost, the easiest way to start off our little enterprise is to find a department store and the railroad center, and we need to link these two up through some sort of transport place. Get some funky techno music in the background as well. So let's start off by building a rail transport, one of those metro loop things. I'm pretty sure we can also take a few corners like that. Something like that. There we go. Now what I plan to do here is that my goal for this Let's Play is to gain a very large amount of area cover for our metro company, and going from there, once we get roughly 80% coverage of land inside this city, then we're just pretty much going to call that a success and really go from there. At the moment, I'm kind of in a busy period where I'm doing a lot of different stuff, and I don't necessarily want to be putting out as many big games. So that's kind of my side of things, and let's get a loop inside this particular part of the measure system, and there we go. That will be our first ever route inside the game, and let's get some stands up. So what I just did there was that I put down two of these whatever you call this thing, the metro line stops, and I'm going to put down two here as well. And now that'll allow us to get our first ever train going from here, going back up to the first stop here, coming down here, and finishing the loop like that. So it'll just go back and forth through there, and that will be our first ever train lineup, pretty much. Now I have the DLC, which gives us the experimental trains, which are really good for their price range. They're a little overpowered, so I'm not going to be buying any of those. Instead, I'm just going to be using the ones that are suitable for the time period. So let's get two of these regular little boat trains, and they will go back and forth, transporting people from here to there. Now when I said coverage, I meant this map right here, where every single one of our stops provides a certain amount of coverage onto this map, for the various different population groups here. Every single person has their own simulated life. So for example, if I click on this building, 20 people live here, and those 20 people need to get to, say, the department store, which is fairly easy for them. But if they wanted to get to, oh, I don't know, the Hofburg Palace for whatever reason, then it's going to be very difficult for them. So that's kind of what this game is all about: transporting people on the routes and doing missions, which will periodically come up on this bar here. I'm not really sure about that actually in the custom games, but it might happen. First ever passenger decided to get on. There we go. And he gave us $4.20, and that person will come back down here and they'll be transported off. Oh, never mind, he was maybe our third passenger. So that train will go back and forth to that stop and back repeatedly. Now we have to say to ourselves, what will make this tram line more productive? We still have quite a little bit of money left, so let's build a bus route from here to the stadium. Maybe everybody likes to go to the stadium. Let's put a stop in here, and you can see our coverage going up. And let's get the bus route to go a short distance, just kind of going around this little block right here and going back into that place. Now in the meantime, let's form another little passage. Let's form another little stop for here. So let's get one bus to go down here, into here, out this way, and onto the smaller road here is what I prefer. There we go. And that will be our second tram route. So we're going to have two lines, one coming from here and one going there. And because the AI inside this game is fairly smart, it'll know that we're trying to create an entire system of different methods of transportation, which is really nice. There we go. So now we've essentially created a little double-decker bus. I always like those double-decker buses here. Oh, maybe what happened? There we go. So now we have buses going from the various neighborhoods, picking people up as they go and transporting them here to the metro line, which will take the people and drop them off over here. And it looks like we have one mission for us. A lot of this game comes from the missions assigned to us. So for example, it looks like we were given the task of transporting people to this particular apartment building. So that'll be really our first objective, is to essentially creep out our network and bring them there. Let's take a minute to just take a look at our transport system. So over here at the department store, which provides work and entertainment for the people, and it looks like a lot of people want to go into the bus system over here, which is very good. And it looks like quite a few people are being transported from the railway station to the department store, so that is also very good. And there's also a college here and a roller coaster here. This college provides a massive 565 working places. And there's an auto plant here and a container here for those who really care about these. So we can also put another line here, which will increase our profit by a little bit as well. That is very neat. Now let's speed this up and run our transport system for a little bit. You'll you'll see that we're kind of short on funding right now, so we're going to wait a little bit of time and follow this train around as it goes around. Drops one person off there, drops a few people off there, comes over here, picks up 1-2 people, picks up a few more people, and then it speeds all the way back to the station, drops all of the people off because they want to get on the train. We're on the metro system, and then they're delivered over here into the department store. Meanwhile, the bus over here goes around, picks people up, drops people off at intersections, near workplaces, picks people up in residential areas, and drops them near the department store, the hotel, or the office building. PC games. So things are looking pretty smoothly for our small company. But it looks like we're not making all that much money, so we're actually only making roughly like 60 bucks, right? So that's not very much. Let's jack up the prices by a small amount. And we're paying for way too many technical personnel. Alright, there we go. So now we should be making a little bit more money now that we've cut back on wages and increased some stuff like that. Another thing that we had to deal with is traffic. You can see here that traffic on the main roads are very, stingy. They're not all that great. So we're gonna have to deal with that as well. Cities naturally have congested areas. You can see that the whole entire outer ring of Copenhagen is like that. It is also partially due to us having that tramway going through, but for the most part it should be fine. It should be a-okay. Alright, well, that is that. It looks like we don't necessarily need the second train on the metro line, so we're going to take one of these and we're going to put it into, we're going to sell it for some extra cash. Now, with that extra cash, I'm going to be grabbing a few more bus routes going into the city, and I'm going to get them to be bringing the people back to the metro station. So let's do that. And we don't want these buses to run on main streets because as when they stop to pick up the people, they have a tendency to clog up the roads, right? And we don't want that happening. So let's see, something like that. We'll have one stop on the main road. That shouldn't be that bad. So let's create a line 3. And let's get that one to go from here to here, here to here to here, and back. There we go, another route done. And looks like we're really picking up the pace on all of these different event things that pop up. We're still making barely any money though. But tons of people are being transported to and from this location, which is alright. Hopefully the new route will bring us quite a lot of money, and it looks like this route is really filled up. That is very good for us. Hospital here, and down the road is another department store, so we can actually make another route from this building. It looks like we're making quite a little bit of money now. 200 bucks per month that is pretty good, and for me at least. I mean, I'm not great at simulators, but seeing as how this route is fairly congested, we might need to put up another. Oh my, that's quite a lot of people gathering outside for buses. We might need to open up another route. Let's start off by branching out our metro service by getting this to go down over here and having that route around the department store like this. Whoops, that shouldn't be there, but oh well. Now that should allow us to open up 2 more metro lines down here. One going this way. 2 more like that. Or how should we place this? One on the side route isn't all that busy, so we're going to do something like that. And now we can have 1 more train going to and from here. So we can have another metro train going from here over here, and then back. And we'll add one of the newer trains to this line, seeing as we're the DLC train to this line, seeing as how I need to save a little bit of money, so I'm going to use one of the newer vehicles, which are a lot more efficient. Alright, there we go. Just an absolute ton of people waiting for the buses over here. Oh, that's right. You need to pay your bus drivers well, simply because if you don't, they have a tendency to miss stops. So we're going to pay them an extra little bit of cash so that they make sure that the buses get there on time. You know, pick up their dedicated amount of people and then leave. Something like that. There we go. More of these meaningless objectives. Great. We're running quite a lot of money now. 500, almost 600 bucks per month. So we're going to let this run for another month, and then we're going to expand out a little more. First and foremost, let's take a look at the different lines that we have. Let's take a look at our financials. Financials are alright. Economy graphs, decent. The economy never really changes in this game, so it won't really cause that many problems. Now let's see about our buses. It'd be nice if you could tell which connection is the most busiest, but it looks like the connection right here needs another bus. So we're going to assign him one of the newer buses, like this one. $1,000 bus, should run very efficiently though. So we're going to 2 buses on that lane. That's going to hopefully increase our money gains by quite a little bit. Well, at least it can transport a whole heck load of people now. And I'm pretty sure I can change the yep, I can change the view that we have on the tram service. there we go. So now we have a fairly profitable transport system going on. It isn't necessarily all that efficient, but I mean, hey, it works. Ah, there we go. Now we can see where all of the people are waiting, what trains are they waiting for. So it looks like most of the people here are waiting for line 2. In terms of buses, let's go find line number 2. And let's get another bus for line 2. That should solve all of our bus problems. Now on the metro side of things, we need to get another tram for line 1, so let's buy one of those. And that should solve all of our problems in the northern little bit here. Here, I believe the only transport should be going up north, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And there we go. Now we've increased the number of trams that we have by a little bit. And now our system should be a little more efficient in terms of picking people up and stuff like that. Oh, train broke down. Funny enough, this is one of the more newer trains, so it shouldn't break down as often. At least at the bus stop right here, I mean, everybody's getting their needs met, so that is very good. Let's see how much money we're making right now. So $300. Our profits are being cut by a little bit, but it should be alright. At least we're making quite a little bit of money now, so that side of things are fine. I'm thinking about making a back route from the rail terminal to the college, and then moving it down to the auto plant, and then finally down here. So that'll be like an intermediate gap. Hopefully that'll also get some of the people on line number 1 down over here faster, right? So that will speed things up. And right now it looks like the company company board review is going up, but the customer review is going down. Overall, things should be fine. I mean, we're making money, so we're not out of the game, and we're not going to be anytime soon. Is the main thing that I'm kind of worried about. But it looks like that's fine. So we'll leave it at that. Now there's this entire residential block, the stuff that you're looking at. All of this should be added to the grid. But right now the only problem is that I don't think I have enough cash to add all of that land to it. Maybe if I, since we have a stop here at the college or hospital or whatever the hell this thing is, I'll add a second little stop here. So we'll swing over here, pick up the people, and we'll drop them off, well, pick up a few more people from down here, I believe. The bus will go in here, pick people up, come out into this road right here, come into here, and come into here. Then it will, I don't want to stop on the main road at all here because it looks like it's fairly busy, so it'll kind of cover everything except for the middle mall area right here. Now the thing about this game is that the people are actually smart enough where the AI is smart enough to say that, oh, even if the department store here isn't covered by any of these stops, the AI will still send people to walk over there. So that really helps out with the whole management thing, which is rather nice. So we don't necessarily need 100% cover on one area in order to effectively cover it, which is rather nice. So there we go. Another one of these collect and drop locations. Very, very good. And that should add a little bit more to our income. There's already quite a few people on this tram line, which is very, very good. Things are looking good for our little company. And things are looking a little better for this stop right here. Let's actually try to figure out where they're trying to go. So now a lot of people want to go on the second route right here. That also works. And now we're making a very, very healthy amount of money, 700 bucks in the bank, and the meter is inside the green. Hopefully later on we'll be able to start off building some... Uh-oh. We're going to need another train on line 2. Alright, so now we have a fully functioning metro system for the northern part of town. What should we do to expand now? Well, I'm going to try something a little more experimental, and I see that there's this neighborhood right here that's not covered by anything. So what I plan to do is that I want to give them a small bus service that'll come around here and pretty much collect everybody inside this little neighborhood and bring them to the stadium over here so that they can get onto the bus stop that goes to the terminal right here. In hindsight, I probably should have moved that spot over here, that one over here, but I think it'll do for now. Something like that. Give it a one really cheapo bus. And that should do everything. Everything should be fine and dandy now. Yeah, it looks like this place has been relieved, so our company rating has gone up. Superb company board reviews. Customer reviews are still kind of crappy, but oh well. We have a very, very nicely set up urban bus system now. And it looks like line 5 needs another double-decker. That should help it along by quite a little bit. Let's actually take a look at the people inside this game and see what they're doing. So you'll notice that some of these unhappy people, let me close down some of these unneeded HUD elements. You'll notice that some of these unhappy people actually just walk away simply because the service is too slow. But it looks like the AI has also decided that the next fastest form of transportation would be to get on my train service, so it kind of feeds passengers back into ourselves either way, which is kind of nice. But that is going to be a major problem later on when we want to try to increase our people's reviews. For now, that should be fine. Alright, things are moving very smoothly for now. So, I'll leave it at that for now. And well, next part I guess we'll continue building off of our metro system. Potentially building another metro line somewhere down here, connecting maybe to the city hall. Until then, I guess, bye bye. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.